Hey everyone, today I'm going to be covering some of the basics of the game, starting with nodes. A lot of you have been asking where to start, and this is going to be probably one of your main points, because you need them for quite a few things. Nodes are locations on your map. Every time you find a location, it'll unlock this little circle on your map. There's a couple of different kinds of nodes. There's the main city nodes, which you don't actually have to invest in to unlock them. They're just kind of already there. However, you can level them up by investing energy, and it uses a lot of energy, so I wouldn't recommend doing it right off the bat. The other type of node you have are these little smaller nodes, which usually allow you to gather resources. And you can actually send workers here when you start hiring workers and stuff. First I'm going to show you how to unlock a node, and that's done using contribution points, which you get through questing. And if you look at it, it has contribution experience. So what that does is it allows you to get these points that you see on the left side of your map, and you use those to unlock nodes. So in this case we're going to be unlocking Bartali Farm because, well, there's potatoes here. So we'll go ahead and contribute our points to this node. To do that we have to talk to an NPC, which is this lady right here. They usually say node management over their head. So talk to her, go to node management, and then hit contribution and invest. In this case it costs 2 points, so that'll take away 2 of my 20 contribution points. It also has 2 subnodes, one's for chicken and the other's for potatoes, and we want potatoes. So we'll click on that node, and that'll require 1 contribution point to be able to send workers there. So we'll go ahead and invest in that as well. When you get workers, you want to go to a city because you have your work manager guy. He allows you to hire workers. And you can see it because it's symboled with a little pickaxe icon. So you can right click on that, and that'll just auto route you to that location, and you can go talk to him and get your workers. Now there are a couple of different kinds of workers that you can hire. So they have like giants, they have human workers, they have goblin workers, and they all work at different speeds and have different amounts of stamina and that sort of thing. So you kind of want to hire them based on how often you play. So like if you're online a lot and you're playing every day, you probably want to hire the goblin workers just because they work faster. Since they work faster, they also have less stamina, so you have to give them beer for them to work more. Whereas if you were to hire like a giant worker, they have more stamina, but they work a lot more slowly. It requires energy to hire them, so you want to check to make sure how much energy you have, which you can see here. Right now I've got full points right now, so I'm going to go ahead and go through a couple of them. So in order to hire a worker, you want to hit contract workers. So 5 energy, yes, that's a human worker, I don't want that one, so I'll spend another 5 energy to find another. There's a goblin worker. As you can see, he has a work speed of 50, but lower stamina, so let's go ahead and grab that one right there. And my lodging only covers 2 workers right now, so I can only pick 2. So if you try to click on the contract worker and got something like this, that's because you don't have lodging. So in order to buy lodging, you'll go to Valia and find a building that has lodging. So like in this case, room 2 number 1 has, you can get up to level 2 lodging, meaning I can have 2 workers. So once I have that, that'll give me my 2 slots. So right now you just want to get some lodging. So click on the building, click lodging, and then it'll allow you to purchase it. So now that I have my lodging and I have my workers, I can now go back to Bartali Farm and click on the little potato node right here. And I can click on the worker right here, and that'll allow him to gather potatoes. In this case, it's only gonna send him 1 time. It'll take just a little under an hour, but I want to go ahead and change that to the maximum number of times I can do, which in this case is 17, and I'll click start work. So that'll send my worker out to get some potatoes, and in the meantime I'll just go do my own thing. Now, in order for a worker to be able to gather resources, you have to have an empty spot in your warehouse. So the other thing that is important in regards to workers is beer, because workers will not work without beer. Typical workers. It's pretty cheap to make. You need potatoes for it, which is why I recommend setting that first node by Bartoli Farm. Because if you don't have potatoes, you can't make beer. All the materials that you need will be in the inn, and if you don't know where to find this guy in Valia, you can actually click on the NPC button up here. It'll bring up a little menu, and you'll just hit cooking. So we'll go to shop. The only things you really need is, I've already got everything in my inventory, but you'll need 1 sugar, 6 mineral water, 2 leavening agents, and 5 potatoes. And I already have my potatoes over here. If you don't have potatoes, there's actually a little place, well actually where I just showed you, you can go there and gather potatoes yourself. You don't have to have the node unlocked for that. The other thing you'll need, if you don't already have it, is the cooking utensil. You can purchase that and put it in your house, but you won't be able to cook without a cooking utensil. So let's go ahead and purchase your house. So you should have some more contribution points open, because you need that to purchase buildings. So in this case, I've got my house right here, room 3, number 1 on the left right here, and you can just click residence and then purchase it, and it'll take 1 contribution point. So I've already got my cooking tool in here. Usually you'll get a cooking quest somewhere in Valia that will give you a free cooking tool and most of the ingredients that you need to make beer, but in case you didn't do that, here it is right here. You can purchase it downstairs. So we'll go ahead and start cooking. So we needed 5 potatoes, 6 mineral water, 2 leavening agents, and 1 sugar. Now right now I'm just going to cook 1, but you can do continuous production and cook multiples, in which case you would need to keep these same ingredients. Don't put in as many as you need for the entire batch. Just say continuous production and hit yes, and then put in how many you want to make. But in this case we're just making 1, so we'll go ahead and hit cook. And there you have your beer. So in order to recover your workers when they run out of stamina, you've got this little worker icon on the bottom right hand corner. Go ahead and hit worker list. And right now he's working, so I can't recover him, but if he's not working and he's down on stamina, you can just click the recover button. I'll show you on this one right here. Just click recover. You can do shift, right click, and it'll completely fill up his bar. So back to the nodes. There's a couple more things about nodes that we want to talk about. The other important thing about these is you want to actually link them together. Right now I have these disconnected, but let's go ahead and get that other node as soon as I find my horse. So the other thing about nodes is you want to actually make sure they're linked from city to city, because when we get into trading, we're going to need to be able to trade in different cities. And in order to have your items sold at full value, you have to have all the nodes in between. So in this case, we've got Bartali, we've got Belinos, we've got Heidel, Northern Guard Camp, which all connect us back to Heidel. Now, if we try to trade to Heidel without these nodes being completely connected, it'll only give you 30% of the item's value. So the one that I don't have is this node right here. So I'm going to talk to my node management again. Node management, contribution invest 2 points. That'll give me Belinos Forest, and that'll complete my link to Heidel, so now I can trade items there. Now I've got a couple areas beyond that unlocked, just because I trade between Glish and Valia right now, but later I might want to uproot myself from Valia and move to, say, Calpheon and some of these other cities over here. So if we wanted to withdraw our points, we would go here to a node that we're not using right now. So for me, I haven't sent anybody to Fento in a while, so I'll go to my gathering node, withdraw my points, withdraw those points, and that'll give me some more contribution points to put elsewhere. Now the thing you have to keep in mind is there's no penalty for withdrawing points unless you've leveled up a node. So if you've invested energy into it and you've got level 2, 3, 4, 5 node, you will not get those levels back when you invest in it again. You have to start from level 1 and go all the way up again. But as far as return goes, there's really not a lot of point in investing in node levels this early on. So I would just keep everything at the minimal level, and that way you can kind of like just uproot yourself when you need to and stretch out to wherever you need to go. So that's it for this guide. I'll be covering some other things later on, such as leveling professions, purchasing buildings, everything you need to know to get started on crafting and getting your workers to do stuff for you. So we'll cover that here in the future. Let me know what you thought about the guide, if there's anything else you would like to see covered, and I'll try and cover that as soon as I can. Thanks for watching.
Like what you see? Come join SG. Click here to apply. Click here to view our previous video. Click here to go to our Twitch. Click here to go to our Twitter. Don't forget to drop and subscribe. Thank you.